Hi, it's Ulysses Carlson here, and one of my favorite comedy films from the very early 1990s has just gotten reissued on Blu-ray courtesy of Mill Creek Entertainment in one of their VHS-style slipcovers. The movie I'm talking about is Problem Child. As a child, I think I watched this movie more times than any other movie, well, after Top Gun, of course. But I'm going to do an unboxing for this release, share my opinion, show how the movie holds up, and let you know if I recommend this release or not. Nice, cool slipcover. I really like these VHS slipcovers Mill Creek has been putting out. There's the spine text. On the back, again, this sort of continues the VHS motif of the front. Got a few pictures from the movie, description of the film, credits and legalese. Problem Child was previously released on Blu-ray around 2017 by Universal Studios, who originally released the movie. Underneath the package, we get something a little more akin to the Universal release, though not quite exactly the same. Inside, it's pretty much just a plain case that has the disc itself. And I'll read the description of the film as follows from the package. He's so bad, even the nuns won't help him. Comedy great John Ritter stars in Problem Child, a hilarious comedy with an offbeat sense of humor. Good-natured Ben Healy and his social climbing wife Flo adopt 7-year-old Junior to help brighten their lives. However, Junior soon turns an ordinary camping trip, an innocent birthday party, and even a Little League baseball game into full-scale comic nightmares. Thinking all his new son needs is some attention, Ben puts up with Junior's mishaps, but only to a point. Just as he's ready to take drastic action, Ben realizes that beneath the little monster lurks an angel craving attention in this satire on the trials of modern-day family life. Problem Child was never a very positively reviewed film. This movie is not Oscar material. In fact, it's pretty far at the other end of the spectrum. I would argue this is maybe more of a guilty pleasure movie than anything else. When it comes to stupid but funny movies, director Dennis Dugan is the king, and this was his first film as a feature film director. He'd later go on to be better known for his collaborations with Adam Sandler, including movies like Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, and Grown Ups. He'd also direct the 2001 comedy Saving Silverman, which I've also done a review for on this channel, and I'll throw a link to that up above. And again, they actually managed to put together a pretty solid cast for this movie, given that it's a comedy that's largely oriented towards children. John Ritter is absolutely fantastic as little Ben Healy, who's a good-hearted, kind man who wants to get into adopting a kid because he thinks he has a lot of love to share. Meanwhile, you have his wife Flo, played by Amy Yazbek, who is completely the opposite. She's a social climber. She doesn't care about loving a kid. She cares about getting a kid because it'll give her social status. And Ben's dealing with all kinds of problems, including his unloving, greedy father, Big Ben Healy, portrayed by veteran actor Jack Warden. There are also roles in the film portrayed by the late, great Gilbert Gottfried, who plays Igor Peabody, the adoption agent, and Michael Richards, who plays the infamous Bowtie Killer, who Junior idolizes and is pen pals with. Richards, of course, would go on to be best known for portraying Cosmo Kramer on the classic sitcom Seinfeld. And there's a lot of great supporting roles as well, including a disgruntled Mother Superior at the orphanage played by Helena Human. You might remember her from playing the role of Peach in the miniseries Lonesome Dove, and then Peter Jurassic as Roy, the perfect dad next door who's got all kinds of kids of his own. The movie is largely episodic, going from one gag to another, but there's just enough plot and just a little bit of heartwarming material that the movie works. I mean, this movie was certainly ripped to shreds by the critics back in the day, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad film. If you want to see a very funny comedy directed by a man who does stupid but funny better than anyone else, Problem Child certainly fits the bill. And of course, Michael Oliver, who plays young Junior, does the role very well, being the perfect little hellion, but at the same time, handling the more emotional, dramatic scenes well as they're needed. It's one of my personal favorite films, even if it's not one that's typically a hit with critics, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a chance. It's a very funny movie, and I think it's well worth checking out. Mill Creek has reissued Problem Child on Blu-ray disc. Universal previously put it out. I can't say that there seems to be any great difference between these discs. It's just kind of a flat-looking disc. I mean, the level of detail in the image is decent, but it's just a bit of a drab color palette. A lot of this may be due to the inherent source photography, but I do have to say, I think the movie could look better. It'd be nice if a company like Kino Lorber got their hands on this one and gave it the royal treatment that it deserves. Sadly, this is a bare bones package that has no bonus features whatsoever. That's very disappointing because when the movie airs on TV in edited form, there's like 10 minutes worth of deleted scenes that are reinserted into the film. I don't know why they couldn't have included those as a bonus feature here. Even if they were just in standard definition, that would have been perfectly fine with me. And the thing that really irks me is there's a picture from one of those deleted scenes on the back of the box. So if you want to give people false hope, that's certainly a way of doing it. That image has appeared on the package of older home video releases that lack those scenes as well, so this isn't the only release that's guilty of that. I have to say, this is not a great release. I love the film, but if you already have the Universal Blu-ray from 2017, there's really no reason to pick this up unless you're a collector of these VHS-style covers, which I admit are pretty cool. Are you a fan of Problem Child? Have you picked up either Blu-ray release of the film yet? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content, as I'm always posting new videos. And be sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.